Rainey, and I'm going to be running an Acquisitions Incorporated adventure for my friends. To my left, Santiago, playing Warforged fighter Carl 14.
The 14th of the Carls.
And to my right is Jessica, playing Verdan Rogue, Duck.
Duck!
Alright, last time, you guys were continuing through this mysterious set of tunnels that were at the bottom of this fissure. You did find the remains of one Constable Boot, but Sergeant Tesh is yet unaccounted for. As you continued through these insane passageways, you have started to befriend a kind of beat-up looking goblin named Gorko, who claims to be a powerful wizard, beloved by the Dwarven Pantheon. And he says that his friends are all gone because of a big worm in the next room. But that's all you've learned so far. So I will let you guys just get into any questions you may want to ask or any investigation you may want to do.
So last time, I made a note that I'd like to bring Constable Boots' remains back if we can.
Right.
But we're not there yet. I just don't want to forget that.
Right.
Because that's important to Carl as a soldier, that he get their, remains back.
Sure.
Well, why don't we... Because there's that little spider hole. We could put him in the spider hole, so he's kind of protected for now.
So the spider crawled out of kind of a cubby sort of deal,
Yeah.
It wasn't a tunnel that went somewhere. It was just its hidey hole.
Yeah.
Its spider hole.
It was like a little room almost.
Okay.
With just a flap on it.
I want to grab his badge, though.
Yeah,
so we have that.
We're definitely, yeah. The badge was already taken as proof.
Right.
But
then just kind of tuck him in there and...
Yeah. So I'll lay him... We can backtrack a little bit. I'll lay him in the spider alcove in a respectable position and so on, with his uniform straightened and so on.
Yeah.
And put a little marker of some sort wedged in between the floor tile just to remind us where it is.
Yeah. What about the dead kobold? What? We don't care about kobolds? Is that what it is? Is that how we're going to play, Carl?
It's not that we don't care about kobolds. It's just he was an adventurer like us until he took an arrow to the face.
Until he took a spider to the face.
Until he took a spider to the body.
Yeah.
So,
it makes me so sad. Just thinking about this kobold like,
I'm so ready for my adventure.
He goes down into the
Twang!
He like didn't use any of his cool potions or anything.
I think because I'm kind of like seeing Carl take care of Boots, like he's a cat. Bootsy the cat, Bootsy the constable. But I'm gonna kind of see that, and I'm gonna take the kobold back over with the other goblins and stuff, and kind of do my lame ass little. Not quite getting this, but something needs to be done here. And it reminds me of a pigeon building a nest. They're really sad when they build nests, but they get really proud of them.
Look what happened.
Yeah,
that's just a pile.
Look at my 2 sticks.
So as I wedge the wood plank or what have you,
it's all carved out and all.
Oh no, I mean it's just gonna be as a marker to serve as a
Don't forget.
But I'll say, there you go, Bootsy. You did your duty. And
There you go, kobold. Oh, where did that voice come from?
Your kobold voice, your goblin voice, it can be one voice. It's all right.
Get out of here, Nix.
Yeah, I'd say it's whatever makes you happy. So that being said, if Nix shows up and you have to voice him. I don't remember her. If Nick shows up and you have to voice her, then that could be confusing as hell.
Just back and forth.
To be fair, our Dragon Queen campaign had a lot of kobolds talking to each other. That was like
That
a big part of that campaign.
Right. Oh man, too bad that is lost to antiquity because I feel like the whole table was just sitting around in awe while you guys had your little kobold conversations. Shit was crazy.
All right. So you have Gorko, who is or is not full of useful information. You have a pile of bones and gear, and then a tunnel that continues to the northeast.
It seems like a prudent adventurer working for Acquisitions Incorporated should look at the gear, but we don't want to offend Gorko by starting to rifle through
His dead buddies.
Yeah, so
He's all ceremonious and stuff with like boots, and then he's like, "All right, tossing kobolds aside or goblins."
Yeah.
yeah, like he made a That being said,
Must be this tall for me to give a shit about you.
I need to maybe play Carl more adeptly in terms of, character, because he's chaotic neutral. He's pragmatic to a fault. So I think he would just hunker down over the pile and start picking through it, looking for anything useful without preamble or ceremony or asking anything.
All right. So Gorko comes over and says,
What you doing?
Without even looking over at Gorko, and we're of a height, I imagine, where I'm hunkered down looking through stuff. I think I'll maybe shoot him a sidelong glance. Dead people don't need stuff.
All right. And he says, Are you a new friend for Gorko?
Of course, I told you. You're on our team now. We're going to take care of you, Gorko.
I'll show you something I found. And so he digs through the pile with you. And he pulls out some things. Let's see. He pulls out a belt pouch from the pile, and he pulls out a sword from the pile.
Oh, snap.
And he says,
I am a wizard.
I don't use these.
Ah, I see. Well, all right. I think I'll toss the I'll ask Gorko, why don't you have Duck take a look in that pouch, but I'll give that sword a once over.
Okay. So, Duck, just so you know, the belt pouch has 47 gold pieces and a large polished red garnet worth 50 gold. This longsword that he has handed you
Longsword.
is fashioned, the hilt of the sword is fashioned like a skeletal hand, and there is a skull and bones sort of motif prominent throughout the design of the weapon. This is a +1 longsword.
Oh,
Fancy.
a +1
Fancy as fuck.
longsword.
Yes, which means you now have a weapon that is a magic weapon for the cases of creatures who only take damage from magic weapons. It gives you +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls.
That is awesome. Okay. I already know how to use this as a fighter.
True.
I'm proficient with all martial weapons.
Yep. True.
Kick ass. Hey, Doug, what was in that pouch?
97 gold.
Oh yeah, 97 gold. Want some?
Well, I feel like we can maybe... this is a pretty great sword. I think I might just hang on to this.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks, Gorko. You're proving to be most useful so far.
Gorko is blessed by Dwarven Pantheon.
Indeed. Well, shall we?
Big worm is in the next room.
So he's talking about like this room, probably, because we're over here somewhere still at the pile of bones.
Yep.
All right, so we got to make our way here and all that. Okay. I don't know.
Can you check for traps in that little tunnel area?
Yeah.
Go to the next room.
Go ahead.
Whoop. What was it?
That's a 5.
Like, it looks like a single digit, so probably not great. So, 12.
Okay. No traps. A lot of stalactites and stalagmites and stuff like that, but this is a natural cavern. He's like, I gotta tell you, there's a rumbly cavern. She's my sound effects bud.
Yeah.
She's like, this is the worm noise.
The worm woofs.
All right. So what would you like to do? You do have this like narrow tunnel area before the next large room.
So Gorko is saying there's a large worm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As I ready my great sword, I guess, because I'm still gonna stick with that, even though I have this long sword for
Yeah.
now. Because it hits the hardest. I want to see if I can get any more information from Gorko. So Gorko, what anything you can tell me about this this giant worm that we're looking at here?
Giant? Slimy? Little legs? Noodles?
All right.
Can I ask him in Goblin? Like, is there anything else he can
Yeah, so you ask him in
articulate
Goblin.
better? Like,
He says, well, there is... it is a large creature. Yellowish in color with armored back and a soft underbelly. Many small legs and feelers in the front.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. All right.
well,
Yeah. He's
I'd
like,
like-
but
I will-
thank you so much for asking my native tongue. I'm still learning common. It's very difficult for me.
all right, so I'll use because I have that telepathy
Yeah.
thing
Mm-hmm.
to translate that to my friend.
Yep. So
Oh.
you have
To
all
Carl.
that information.
So I kind of like give you all that information in like what he said, so you kind of get an idea of
Cool.
what that is.
I'd like to think that Carl makes a ding ding like new text message sound or something like that. No, seriously. Like, huh, that's new. All right. Can I would like to make a nature check
Sure.
to see if I recognize this description specifically
Sure.
for this type of creature.
Absolutely.
The odds are not in my favor, which is in line with me not being from around here.
Yeah.
11. That's the only disadvantage of using these heavy metal dice is when I roll, it sounds
She
like
thinks
someone's
someone's
knocking.
Aw, me.
And Maisie's like,
The
I hear
dice
you knocking, but you
monster."
can't come in.
Yeah. No, I mean, that would be enough to know with that a detailed description that you're able to get that this is a carrion crawler.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Player knowledge and character knowledge have now become one. Because I only know the name. I don't know like anything special about it off the dome. Huh. Carrion crawler, huh? And make some swings with the
So pitiful.
It's like,
great
Jesse,
sword.
pay attention to me, Jesse.
No one else is.
Oh, nobody loves you. I got you.
Got you. Alright, make some
Maisie.
twirly swings with the great sword. And I guess I'll take point on this one, guys. Is Charm still out of heals?
Yeah, you guys have not taken a long rest.
And Gorko is, let's see here. Fire, ice, and poison. Okay.
He has Shield of Faith and Protection spells as his, like, healer spells, but he's
Okay.
mostly a damagey sorcerer.
All right. I'll look at Duck and Gorko and suggest our system's been working out pretty good. Why don't you two hang back and I'll go up and say hi?
Okay.
So,
And I just want you to know, Gorko's Fire, Bolt, and Frostbite, Gust, and Mage Hand are all cantrips.
oh, nice.
So,
Cool. So y'all are gonna hang back and nuke. I'll go up and tank, hopefully, and we'll see what happens.
okay.
So I'm just gonna walk
You're just going to roll in.
into the room. Yeah, maybe make some noise. Clang, clang, clang. Very like,
Yeah.
get at me, bro.
So as you move through that narrower passageway, you enter the next large cavern, and you can see this large monstrosity of an insectoid creature. It looks pretty damaged already, as if it has fought many adventurers and prevailed, but not unscathed.
Okay.
So this isn't the normal, challenge rating 2 carrion crawler. This is an injured carrion crawler. Still hungry and dangerous,
Yeah.
but
Poor
not
little
quite at its best right now.
Have you seen one of these?
No.
So,
There's a lot of different drawings, but the latest one, their eyes are like freaky.
that's
Oh.
a carrion crawler.
Those
How big
eye
are they?
things are-
They're large, which means that they're like 4 times the size of
Carl.
Carl, yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're gross. So I'll have you guys all roll initiative. And what I'd like you guys to do, since you have 2 companions now, is each of you take one and you'll roll for them as well.
Would you like Charm or Gorko?
I'm good either way.
Well, I'm gonna do Gorko because he's a gobbo.
You want me to do it or you're
Yeah,
gonna
you would do
Oh, okay.
Gorko if you want. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
care.
that's
I
fine.
just thought I'd, it
Yeah.
makes sense because now you're double goblin
Fair.
instead of double
Goblin.
dragon.
Aww. So am I rolling for him too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So
All right. What did Duck get?
3.
All right, and Gorko.
11.
Okay. And Carl
12.
and Charm.
They don't have pluses or anything. They're just straight up.
She has
initiative
+2.
roll. Okay, 21.
All right, and then see if Gorko has any.
Oh yeah, I guess mine was actually 7, sorry.
Okay. All right, so Charm would get to respond first, but you're having her hang back with the casters, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So next is going to be the Crulla. And it can move that. I think it's just going to. No, it has enough. The cavern's not big enough for that to matter. 16 versus your AC,
No, ma'am.
and
What is your AC?
18.
16 versus
Jesus
your AC again. Okay, so the crawler kind of half scuttles in a limping sort of fashion towards you. Its tentacles brushing over your form, trying to recognize it as something that can be damaged, and its mouth parts snap at you, but ineffectively. All right. After the crawler is Gorko. Do you want Gorko to do anything?
Yeah. Can you do a fire thing?
Yeah, he can do a fire thing. Go ahead and roll a d20 and add 4.
13.
All right, that will hit with the fire thing. So go ahead and roll 1d10 for Gorko's fire damage.
I was not prepared.
I know, right?
4.
Okay. And so Gorko casts a spell. He says, "By the power of all great dwarves, fire!" And yeah, so the crawler has taken some more damage. It squeals in alarm. And after Gorko is Carl.
How does it squeal?
He goes,
All right.
Yay!
This is your standard engagement protocol 2B. You just dash, not actual dash, but just run up, and swipe with the greatsword.
Sure.
All right. That is going to be a 24.
That's a hit.
All right, here we go. Aw. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bam. 7 damage. One shy of minimum damage.
Poor Maisie.
Maisie, hush.
She's like, no, I heard it. I heard it on the table. Stop rolling no dice.
Yeah, that's what she's upset about. That's so funny.
All right. And now it's Duck's turn.
Carl's close enough that I can do sneak. Okay.
Yep.
If I
Because he went first, so he's already up there.
fuck my life. 9.
I will not do it.
I'm just gonna get distracted.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, he's so cute.
A carry-on crawler.
He's injured. I ate a finger out of a worm's or a rat's
This one might
stomach.
actually hit you.
Oh, gross.
How is a 20 versus your AC?
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, so the tentacles miss once again, which is good because that's the worst of the attacks.
That's what those are. They're tentacles.
Yeah, they have
Jesus
tentacles.
Christ.
Face feelers.
But this time the mouth parts do clamp around your shoulder, and they do some damage. That's 3 piercing damage.
Damage.
Are they spiky tentacles?
They are,
Do they have dicks on the end of them?
they're poisoned like gooey tentacles.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. And that's the carrion crawler's turn. So, Gorko, do you want him to do something different? Same thing. Go ahead and roll for his attack. So +4.
16.
That'll hit. So 1d10.
9.
Oh,
Roast that bitch like a marshmallow.
good job, Gorko.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Calamari.
as you fire again, he says, "Burn at the dwarven forges!" And fire erupts and spews forth onto the carrion crawler, who shrivels up into a little squealy
Nice.
ball. It is no more.
Yeah, like I said last time, nuke the site from orbit.
Yeah.
It's the
Fair.
only way to be sure.
True. True.
Freaking bugs.
Gorko's excited. He talks about that this is good revenge for his beloved friend who came down here with him. He says, "For Karen."
Yeah. It was a good death.
Okay.
You're gonna eat one of the tentacles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's like calamari.
Yeah, it's like unagi a little bit. Yeah.
While she's doing that, I think
Okay.
I'll take another trophy.
One of the
cut
cooked
off
ones.
a fang or something
Sure.
like that.
Sure.
Yeah, you're cutting body parts off and like wearing them or some shit.
That's completely normal. You don't eat it. That's gross. What's wrong with you?
I like have no concept of like why you would not think this is amazing. I'm like, yeah,
Stretching it out.
All right.
Delicious.
I need your map.
Okay.
Map.
In the meantime, I'll take the trophy, but I'll hand it to Gorko. You should always take a trophy, Gorko. Especially if it's avenging the fallen.
All right. So he follows your lead. Takes one of the scale chunks from its back. Continuing through these tunnels, you find ahead of you an enormous chamber, roughly circular, with a high ceiling. There is a huge granite block suspended near the ceiling in the center of the room, and it's carved into the rough shape of what looks like a giant foot.
Can I check for traps? Like real hard.
A little suspicious.
Sure, go ahead.
It's suspicious. That's a 12.
Okay. I was like, I can't see it. There's a glare.
Yeah, you keep throwing your dice at me. Like, what the hell?
You should see me bowl.
I should. We should go bowling, for real.
No,
Go
we
to,
can-
what's that place? Brunswick XL.
I'll go.
It's basically
Just,
Dave
as long
and
as you guys aren't
Buster's.
embarrassed easily, because
I'm
it's bad.
embarrassed so easily. My sense of propriety is quite C-3PO-ian.
I'll finish my description and I'll let you know if you spotted anything else.
Okay.
There are runes scribed into the north and south walls of the chamber that create the outline image of a footprint. And scattered about the room, you see hundreds of rotting, severed feet from countless types of humanoids.
Oh, this is the gang that cuts the feet off.
Oh, yeah.
The killers that stalk the north end cut off the feet and heads and leave the heads and take the feet.
Yeah.
All of the feet are bare.
Thank you, notes.
And despite the horrid wounds obviously caused to sever the feet, there's no blood anywhere in the room.
Huh.
So, I would say, let's see, you took a look around. You don't see any traps or anything like that, but definitely there's something going on. Like I said, there's like these glowing runes on the north and south walls. So you're not sure what is going on.
So this almost seems more like some kind of temple or something to the foot.
Potentially. You can make an Arcana or Religion check if you want to.
Is it Foot Clan? Are we gonna fight Shredder?
Is this gonna be like a foot fetish party going on?
Ooh.
2. So 5.
Yeah, you've never heard of any such foot fetish.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Ooh. Shit. 19.
Hey.
You've seen similar sort of things where you're from. Not with feet, but with hands. Like you remember this like trapped room that had like a stone, like a fist, and there are runes on the wall that required hands to be put on them to deactivate the magic of the smashy fist stone hand.
I see.
But you've never seen a foot one before, but this looks similar to that.
Okay. I think I've seen this kind of thing before, guys. And I'll explain what it reminds me of from my homeland. I mean, so that being said, it kind of sounds like we might have to separate to the north and the south of the chamber and touch the runes on either side with foot, maybe, to deactivate the stompy foot in the middle. Does that sound
Sounds like a thing.
plausible?
Sounds like it could be a thing.
All right. Well,
So who's going into the room?
because we're just in this little looking in right here, basically a little entryway in the vestibule. Well, I can go into the room.
Okay.
And I guess
I mean, if we're gonna do the feet touchy thing, don't we have to go in at the same time, kind of? Or did I misunderstand that?
I think so. I mean, it seems like you'd have to get to here and here, right?
Yeah.
So
There are 4 of you. That's why I'm asking who's going in the room. Because you have 2 employees with you.
true. But they've proved most useful so far. So I feel like
Do you want to go to one and I'll go to one?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. When Carl walks into the room, a booming voice echoes through the chamber. It says, "You carry the blessing of that which endures. You are safe from the foot."
Oh. Okay.
And then when Duck enters the room, there is a booming voice. And it says, "Prepare for foot."
Oh no!
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Why do I carry a blessing? Oh
From the-
shit.
From the pools.
Really?
Yeah, I would think. Because you had to go through like that. There's like a testing thing.
Huh.
And you passed it. That is the Queen's 20.
All right.
Plus 6, I guess, because it's the same
Yeah.
thing.
No, you easily somersault out of the way of this smashing foot, sliding to a stop in front of this wall. You're both at a wall with a glowing rune that looks like the outline of a footprint. What would you like to do?
I guess I'll put my foot on it.
Your
Okay.
foot or a
Yeah.
foot from the...
Oh, my foot. I'll straight up put my foot on the wall, I
Right? You
guess.
put your foot on the wall, and the rune glows brighter.
Yeah, I'll see Carl and I'll be like, I'll put my foot on the wall too.
You put your foot on the wall.
My sad little foot.
Yeah. And the rune glows brighter, and the stompy foot retracts back into the ceiling and seems to deactivate.
Nice.
Alright.
Linda Belcher joins the party. Joins the server. Oh. Map update.
Yeah. The tunnel opens into another round room. This one has dirty brown water, sewage, judging by the smell, streaming from pipes in the ceiling into a massive cesspool at the center of the room. There is a 10-foot wide walkway that skirts this pool, leading to a passageway on the other side.
Okay. First of all, gross.
If anyone wants to make a history check to see if they recognize what this may be, you may do so.
Okay, let's do it. Oh shit.
16.
Of all the things, roll a Queen's 20. It was my history check.
So this comes to mind pretty quickly because this is something both of you heard while trying to gather information in town. So you heard it in the common room of one of the inns here. But you were told a story about an ambitious masked lord of Waterdeep decades ago who found a gate, like a magical plane doorway, into the plane of filth. And he attempted to build a sewer system that would empty all of the city's waste into the demi-plane of filth.
Oh god.
And it worked pretty well. So plans were made to expand from there. But the problem is those kind of doorways go both ways. And so creatures from the demi-plane of filth started to come through, so they shut down the project.
Be like shit demons walking around here and stuff.
But it does look like this may be leftovers from that experiment in city management.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, just a continuation of my first of all, gross.
So since you guys both know that, you may make either Arcana, Nature, or Religion checks now.
All right. It's all the same to me, but I think I'll stick with
Arcana, Nature, or Religion?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they're all the same.
Arcana.
13.
Hey, I rolled a 13 too, but that means I got a 15.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. There's, kind of probably what this once was. Like I said, there's a 10-foot walkway that goes around the pool if you don't want to swim in it.
Who wouldn't want to swim in that?
Yeah, maybe there's something tasty in there for
Never
me.
know. B would be like,
Ugh,
Phew! Like just straight in.
gross.
It's true.
Paddle around like a duck.
Like a duck.
Find a snack. Ugh, filthy shit pig.
Alright, so you guys going around the edge there?
Yes.
Alright, you may both make perception checks.
Perception. Okay.
15.
Mm-hmm.
Also 15.
Oh, roll buddies.
Alright, so you both notice, it does not get to catch you by surprise, a ripple on the surface of the fetid
A shit
water.
demon. There's a shit demon in the
As-
water.
Because of course there is.
This flukes out
Ugh.
this fun poo tentacle.
A poo tentacle.
Oh, gross.
Sweet.
So I'll need you all to roll initiative, please.
Look you go.
Dude, I'm not gonna roll this. It's 10.
Okay.
Did you want us to roll for
Yes.
little bunnies too? Gorko got a 3.
Okay.
All right. I got a 10.
Mm-hmm.
And Charm has a what again?
Plus 2.
A 16.
Okay. And then the Pootacles rolled really well. So let's see. Carl, were you leading the way because you normally are?
Yes.
Okay. I kind of just assumed that.
Yeah, I usually go out front because I'm tanky.
21 versus your AC.
That'll do it.
All right. You take 3 bludgeoning damage.
Oof. All right.
And you are grappled as the
Officially.
Pootacles wraps around your form.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Okay. And that brings us to Charm. Do you need any help?
She's still out of heals, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see here. I mean, if she can help me with my strength saving throw somehow,
Yeah, it's
that would be cool.
a check, not a saving throw, but she can help you with that actually. So let me look at her spells really quick. She is going to cast Guidance. So she runs up. She goes, "Oh, this is a gross thing," but she finds a gap where she can touch you, and you feel like you should add a D4 the next time you make an ability check.
Yes.
All right. And then she runs back. She's like, ooh, so squishy and gross.
Wiping her hand on the wall or
Yeah.
something. Maybe on her cloak or I don't know.
After Charm is Duck.
Alright. I don't want to get particularly close to this thing. I'm gonna try and shoot a arrow at
Sure.
it. 22.
Oh, that's a hit.
Alright.
This thing is huge. It's not large. It's huge.
And he's obviously wrapped up, so
Mhm.
you know what I'm asking. Son of a bitch. So, total of 7.
Okay.
My arrow's like,
Think. All right. Oh, did you roll your sneak damage? You did.
I did.
Okay, cool.
It was
Carl, I need you to make a strength check to
Yes.
try to get out of this ripple. And don't forget your D4.
Got it. I'm gonna roll a d4 after. Oh shit. All right. So 9 total, but I did roll 1 initially. So
Oh, yeah.
so there's that.
Nope. So you are still grappled.
Still grappled.
The nice thing about being grappled is the tentacle can't attack anyone else right now
Nice.
while it's busy trying to pull you into the goo. All right. Let's see. You do start to feel as the tentacle's trying to pull you off the ledge an almost a very familiar, like planar magic. Almost like the type that brought you here, but not
Okay.
going to the place you want to go.
Not going to the good place.
Yes.
We're going to the bad place.
It's a bad touch.
Oh dear.
All right. And Gorko, do you want him to do anything?
Yeah. Gorko should. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe try some ice?
That's kind of what I was
This
thinking.
guy,
I wonder if that would help, like, freeze him up, maybe.
Slow it down, maybe
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
Ice! I mean, ice!
So he doesn't have to roll for that one, but the tentacle has to roll to resist it. Okay, so let me roll for
Oh, I
that.
just got that.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay. Okay, good to know. So frost begins to spread across the surface of the tentacle as it takes some frosty damage. But it also seems to be less nimble. Like its movements are impeded. Let's see. Blah 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 blah. Yep. Okay. Cool. Good. And how's Gorko? So back to the tentacle.
The Pootacles.
It is going to try to pull on you, but it can't. Okay, it's not moving well, so it's having difficulty pulling you off the ledge. So that's its turn, and that would bring us to Charm. Charm runs back up and does that again. She's like, oh, it's still so gross, I still don't like it. And then she touches you and runs back. And then it is Duck's turn.
Is it like... Does it seem like it would be effective if I ran up and stabbed it?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look very, like, armored or anything. It looks very squishy. So any of your weapons would probably work.
Like, would I be able to try and cut a tentacle off, perhaps?
You could definitely try to start, like, getting it to let go.
I'm going to make that attempt.
Okay, sure.
That is a nat 10. So 16.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough. So that will hit. So go ahead and roll your damage, and depending on how high it is, we'll see what it wants to do.
Oh, it's 14.
Okay.
Coming for you, buddy. I'll save you from the poo arm.
As you slash at it, or right before you're winding up to slash at it, and in my best Lando Calrissian voice, he'll say, "A little higher, just a little higher."
All right.
That was actually pretty good.
It was not.
Terrible.
It was not.
Yeah. So yeah, you run up and you make this giant slash across it, and this like brown stinking ooze starts to spill out of it. As it, I mean, it can't squeal.
He's like
so
really
it's just
getting
like,
upset.
Yeah,
oh, wow, that's not what that sound is, right?
That's the horrible sound it makes. As it unnoodles from Carl, but is still threatening the space. And so it is Carl's turn.
Cool.
You are ungrappled.
Is it in melee range?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Cool. Let's melee that son of a bitch, then.
You may attempt to do so.
All right. 18.
Yep, that's a hit.
All right. 10 damage.
All right. The tentacle retreats back into the fetid water, and there is a kind of poo shimmery sort of colored flash as it retreats through the planar gate below the sewage.
Shimmering poo.
Yeah.
Like your dog ate a bunch of glitter or something.
Wow.
Gross. Okay.
No, this is your favorite. It's your favorite place. All right. I will.
I feel like the dogs need to fart like while we're playing this, so they can like really get you into it.
Now in smell-o-vision.
I will take your
Our map.
I like how my DM guide has guidelines for which areas of the pool are how deep in case you decide to go into the goo.
That's cool.
If you want to.
To get the full experience for this episode, we should definitely tell people, like, before you listen, maybe, I don't know, 2 to 4 hours before you listen, feed your dog a nice full can of Hormel chili.
Oh, God.
And some Taco Bell.
And then listen to this episode just to get the full experience.
Party boys.
Those all look the same. They're supposed to be watermelon, and I haven't come across one yet.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very upset about it.
It's cherry.
Yeah, there's cherry and... Oh, wait, this might be it. That looks slightly different.
Oh, yeah.
It's the slightly different pink.
It's a different shade of pink.
There you go. Yep, it is.
Whoa. Look at that room.
Looks
What?
like a butterfly.
What door are we? What passage are we entering?
So let me get my bearings.
I'm gonna guess this one.
You entered the chamber from the south.
Oh, down here.
Yes. You can see, as you enter the chamber, a small. What are you looking for?
Oh, like a brightly colored pen. Like something.
Like this one?
Bright color, sure. That'll work.
As you enter the cavern, you can see a small brass-colored dragon thrashing madly at the far end of the cavern. It's trapped beneath two large boulders that block the northern tunnel. Two dark creatures that look somewhat like flying squid darting just out of the little dragon's reach, harassing it. The only tunnel that you can see that stands clear is to the east. What would you like to do?
I don't know. That's good. So should we help the little dragon maybe? Or should we help the what'd you say is harassing the dragon?
They look like flying squids.
Okay.
Remember that squid thing we had in that Halloween game? There was like he did a cool sound. He was like a tentacly flying thing.
I don't remember the sound, but I did know.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I loved it.
And it's a dragon?
It is a small brass-colored dragon.
Do Verdant, are they into dragons the way that kobolds are?
They're into learning things. Not specifically dragons unless you want them to be. But they're just generally interested in new things.
I want to help the dragon.
Yeah, so table talk, if it's bronze, it's a metallic dragon, which probably means that it's a good creature. If it was like black or red or blue or whatever, it'd be a chromatic dragon and probably be evil.
Okay.
So we'd probably be well served to help the bronze dragon.
Can I roll to see if if I might know anything about
Yeah. Me too.
dragon
You can
colors?
roll nature or arcana.
Nature, Las Vegas. Nice. Wow.
The Queen's 20!
I'm coming up strong with the gentleman's 20.
Oh, nice!
So
All right, so this is a wormling, so a very young dragon. So it's a little bigger than you, but not quite as big as Carl.
Okay.
So it's pretty small
Okay.
right now. You know that brass dragons are good, and they're usually chaotic good, so the kind of good that does the right thing even if it's not what the rules say is okay.
Right.
And you know that brass dragons can breathe fire. They're pretty cool like that. But this one looks hurt because it's trapped under some boulders. It's
Right.
just a little guy. And these things that are harassing it, I would say with your 20, you would know are dark mantles. Dark mantles are flying creatures that disguise themselves like bits of rock and stuff like that, and then fly down to devour prey. and
How
things
big of
like
a
that.
threat are they?
They are not they're small, like they're about your size. They're not the most threatening things. They tend to, much like if you think of a squid in the ocean, if they think that they're going to be hurt, they'll cast darkness, almost like a squid spooching
cool.
ink, and they flip, flip, flip away.
I was just wondering, can I just like blow my bagpipes and scare them away?
Yeah, go ahead and make a performance check.
Oh dear. 10 total.
All right, and then I'll make a roll for the dark mantles to see if they have any clue what the hell is happening.
Like, run over there like, like shaking my little hands at them.
Oh yeah. So you, much as you did with the rats in the first chamber,
Yes.
you nod your head like, I know what to do here. And you, from your back, take off this giant plaid bladder with all of these things sticking out of it.
Yay!
Give it a good breath. Squeeze with your elbow. And it goes, "Hey-ah!" And the dark mantles immediately darkness ink themselves and whoop, 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 away.
I just want to use my
Into the
bagpipes every chance I get to make Rainy do the bagpipe sound because it's amazing.
Because dark mantles are not about that life.
Yeah.
And
Carl is bemused, just looking at this tactic play out. He had one finger half raised, as if to say, "So what we want to do here is," and then she just
runs in,
charges in, and
bagpipes blazing.
right. Like, well, never seen that before, but whatever works, huh?
Yeah. Whatever blows your little hair back.
all right, so the little brass wormling looks up at you and says, "Thank you. Could you manage to help me a bit more? I'm afraid I'm stuck."
Oh, he's like a nerdy little dragon. I love him.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, Carl!
God. That's terrible. Nah, but yeah, we'll have to stride up and stow the weapons and start clearing away the rubble carefully so as not to injure the poor
Like,
wormling.
pet his little head. Love him.
It must feel good to know that you're helping such a great creature. Brass dragons are important to this world.
Wow.
I am the great Dab Shaba.
That was awesome. That was amazing.
Oh, man. Carl is busy moving rocks. Just every once and then looking at the dragon to indicate that he's listening.
Right.
And
I'm super into like everything he's saying. I'm just like,
wrapped,
yeah.
enraptured. I'm just
Yes.
kind of, all right, fair enough.
A green dragon attacked me and my siblings and drove us away from my mother's territory down the Sword Coast.
Aww.
I found a little entrance and I got in here, but then the rocks fell.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I make noises like that. Oh, sympathetic little birdian noises.
How are you doing, little guy? You heard it all?
I'm quite injured at the time. Those rocks really did a number. And then those stupid squids.
Can I give him my healing potion?
You can't?
I'll give him my healing potion.
Why don't we, before we go blowing potions, why don't we maybe pitch camp here for a little bit? I'm a little worse for wear myself.
Okay.
And I think that Charm might be able to, might make use of a recharge too.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right. And the dragon says, "Don't worry. I, the great Dab Shaba, will help keep guard."
Hey, whatever you think's the right thing to do, Dab.
It's pronounced Dab.
Yeah, that's what I said, Dab. Dab. Yeah, Dab. It's Dab. Yeah, Dab. This exchange would probably go on for about 13 iterations, maybe, or so. But Carl will just go into Sentinel mode, where he deploys the great sword, spreads his feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart, squares himself up, puts it in front of him, like what's his face who watched the bridge to Terabithia? No, the bridge to Asgard. Idris Elba's character
yeah.
in Avengers. That guy.
Oh my god.
Heimdall?
Yes,
Heimdall.
thank you. I'm like, it's an H and it's right
Yeah.
fucking there.
Just standing there all, majestic in Sentinel mode because he doesn't have to sleep.
Right.
He just goes into sleep mode, rest mode,
There.
where he's fully alert, but just recharges.
All right.
Shuts
So
down
everyone
secondary
takes
processes.
a long rest.
Hooray!
So you may
I'm gonna cook up my extra tentacle.
Yes, you can definitely do that.
Anybody
And
want some?
everyone can reset their hups.
Roasted carrion worm.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all can share some food.
Do you eat?
Nope. I don't eat. I don't breathe. I don't sleep.
That's true.
I'm literally a Terminator.
I was like, okay, Schwarzenegger.
I absolutely do not stop.
Taking advantage of the fact that you do not sleep. While everyone else is sleeping, Shabbat regales you with many tales of how amazing they are, and asks, "What are you doing in these tunnels? Did you come down here because you sensed a great and powerful creature, such as a brass dragon, was in your midst?"
I want to like fall asleep, like curled up in him, like on his little armpit, just like listening, and just fell asleep because I was so excited.
So Carl has an automated response that happens when someone tries to engage him socially during rest mode. During what in his lexicon is sentinel mode, where he's recharging. It just says, "We're sorry. During sentinel mode, responses are limited. Please try your inquiry again later."
All right. So hearing that every few minutes, he tries again until you are no longer in sentinel mode.
Until 6 hours pass,
Yeah,
or
so-
however long it
Yeah.
is.
So like 8 hours later, Dabshaban is like, "Did you come down here because you sense the presence of a great and powerful being such as a brass dragon?"
I'll flip the great sword around, put it on the shoulder. No.
And Dabshaban nods knowingly and says, "Not all creatures are as perceptive as brass dragons. I would have noticed if a brass dragon was down here. So what brought you down here?"
I'm sure that's all true. And we're down here looking for a couple of city watch guards. City watch guards. Guards of the city watch. Whatever.
"What did they look like?"
Well, one was a man, and he's dead. The other one's a woman, and looks like a human.
"Was it a human in armor?"
Probably. I mean, City Watch, I think, has limited armor, right? I mean, they're cops, basically.
Yeah, they have tabards, don't they?
"I saw a human female." Yeah, you can describe the blue
Right.
and yellow tabard or whatever. "I saw a female with a sword and armor. She came through here. She went through the clear passage, that one over there. I pretended to be dead, though. I thought she might hurt me. She had a really big sword."
Oh, cool. So she went out the only other exit this way?
Yep.
Cool.
Well, maybe Dabshaba should come with us,
Maybe. Perhaps.
and then we can help him get back to his mom. His mom.
So, the dragon wormling looks around. It's like, "So where are you going?"
Well, I mean, we're going after Sergeant Tesh. The lady with the sword. That's who we're down here to find.
"Was she dangerous?" "She looked dangerous."
She's probably pretty dangerous if you're on the wrong side of the law, I guess.
"Breast dragons don't worry about laws. We're above such things."
Well, alright. I mean, that's between you and the religion check to see if I can remember what god they might worship. Where's my R for religion? 13.
Bahamut is the god of good dragons.
That's between you and Bahamut, I guess. Bahamut.
Alright. Says, I can guard the room to make sure no one sneaks up on you from behind. See? Look at me. And, starts patrolling this little cavern.
Like, are you sure you don't want to come with us? So we can, maybe you can, I don't want to insult him, but I'm like, we could all be together and you could help us out. And then we take you back to your mom.
All right, I'll check it out with you.
Okay.
But no guarantees. The mind of a brass dragon cannot be understood by normal mortal brains.
Fair enough.
Onward we go.
All right. So, this is your last room in the middle.
Yeah.
No,
wait,
this one.
This
nope,
one.
down.
This.
There you go.
Oh, that's new.
That's the new one.
All right. There's only one entrance, so
Yep.
okay.
So, heading east down the tunnel, you eventually end up in a crumbling chamber dominated by an altar against the far wall, above which hangs some sort of construct gearwork mechanism, ending in a massive maul, like this giant hammer thing at the end of it.
It's not like a collection of indoor shops for
Right. That's
retail
correct.
consumerism.
The wall to the left of the altar has fallen in and the rubble has spread across the floor. And on the floor near the altar, you can see a golden device that resembles the housing for an orrery.
A what?
An orrery, I remember it's the mechanical model of the planets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
The device is battered and falling apart. There are exposed gears and spokes, and its exterior pieces and plating are scattered across the floor. And splayed on the ground next to the device is the corpse of a dwarf.
Oh no.
In the southwest corner of the room stands a muscular female human, dressed in the livery of the Waterdeep City Watch. Her eyes are closed, and she breathes deeply, as though resting. And that is where we will end our session for today.
What? Cliffhanger. Cliffhanger much. Man.
Well, barbarians and Shadow Council, may our labors please you. I am Rainy. I have been your dungeon master for today, and you can find me on Twitter at BarbarianRainy, or on many other places on the internets. You can find those in the description.
I'm Santiago, Carl14. My links are in the doobly-doo. Hit me up.
I'm Jessica. My links are not in the doobly-doo, so don't hit me up.
Yeah, just don't.
Just don't.
Just keep that to yourself there, buddy. Guy.
And until next time, barbarians, spend your rage wisely.
And don't get pulled into the poo.
That's good advice, I guess. All right.